of this problem is I'm going to use those values that I just solved for, and I'm going to set them up separate, and I'm going to have, this is f prime of x here and f double prime of x. So I'm going to put all my critical numbers and points of inflection up here. What was my first critical x value?
-4.
I don't think so.
2.
Mm-mm.
What was the question?
What was my first critical value going from left to right? -1, right? Okay. Now, between, my other one was, what? 2?
Yes.
And in between my two critical values, I had my point of inflection, which was 1/2. Okay? I didn't leave enough room there, sorry. That's a 1/2 though. Alright. Are we good?
Sure.
Now, in every interval, I'm going to have two things going on. In every interval, I'm going to have something increasing or decreasing, or I'm going to have concavity. I'm going to have both of those things going on. And what I'm looking at as far as my graph's concerned, and I wrote this earlier, if I have something taking on this shape right here, if I have something taking on this shape right here, this is increasing and concave down. See, I'm increasing, but at the same time, I'm concave down. Right here, I'm increasing, but I'm increasing with a concave up. All right, here, I've got something that's decreasing, and it's decreasing with its concavity being down. And here, I've got something decreasing, and it's decreasing, but it is concave up. So, those four different shapes, now, you know, the rates at which they increase or decrease, or the rates of concavity may look a little different. But they're going to take on those four basic shapes. Okay? So, let's talk about our different intervals. This is negative infinity to -1. From negative infinity to -1, what do I know as far as increasing and decreasing is concerned? Well, yeah, hey, what do I know about, go ahead. Sure. Okay, what do I know as far as increasing or decreasing is concerned here? It's increasing, right? Now, what about from -1 to 1/2, what's happening? It's decreasing. What's happening from 1/2 to 2? It's still decreasing, right? And what's happening from 2 to infinity? Okay. Now, let's go to the concavity aspect of it. Where are we changing concavity? Just at 1/2, right? So everything to the left of 1/2 we said was concave up or down? Down. And then everything to the right of 1/2 was concave up or down. Okay? So that's what we're looking at. Is there a question about that? Okay. Now I'm going to use that bit of information in helping me graph. I used to didn't teach a chart like that, but when I did, it seemed to click for a few students. That it wasn't clicking. Very good grammar on my phone. It started clicking for some students when set it up into the graph. Now, I need my points. So here we come to the graph, finally. Now, some of you may not need that chart, and that's fine. You don't have to use that chart if you don't want to. But some of you may need that chart. I've come up with 4 points. What are the 4 points that I've come up with?
2, -3.
All right, let's graph that one first. 2, -3. So 2, -3 is sitting right here. Is that on their notes? Okay, 2, -3 is right there. All right, what's another point? Back 1 and up 3/2, okay. All right, what's another point I have?
0, 1,
0, 1/3. All right, what's another point I have?
1/2, -3/4.
1/2 and -3/4, so that's down here. Okay. Now, these are basically my intervals right here. I've got an interval over here to the left of -1. What do I know is happening in this interval to the left of -1? I'm increasing and concave down. So increasing and concave down is going to take on this shape right here. Okay? So increasing and concave down is going to take on that shape right there. So I'm going to do that. Okay? That is increasing and concave down. Alright? Again, we're talking about going left to right. I know the arrow is going down, but that's really showing where it came from instead of where it's going. Now, my next break is at 1/2. So what's happening between -1 and 1/2?
Still concave down.
It's still concave down, but we are decreasing. So this is what it looks like to be decreasing. Who put that there? This is what it looks like to be decreasing and concave down. So I'm going to decrease and be concave down, but also pass through that point right there, and I'm right here. Are we good with this? All right. Now, what's my next interval? From 1/2 to 2. What am I doing between 1/2 and 2?
Decreasing but concave.
I'm decreasing now, but I'm concave up. So I'm going to take on this shape right here. So this is decreasing and concave up. And then finally, from 2 on to infinity, I'm
Increasing and concave.
increasing and concave up, which is going to look like this. Logarithm. All right, so are we good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just constructed the graph without a graphing calculator, and that's good stuff.
Should we break this down, this chart for your little line right here on the board?
Okay, it's up to you.
Is it gonna be?
What's the first one say?
This chart. Just one second. This chart's helped students in the past.
I think she means those.
She needs the line.
Oh, those? Yeah, if you want to. That can help.
Makes sense though, if you say it out loud and the way you say it.
Okay. Yeah.
Memorizing it.
Do you need me to write that chart darker up here?
Yes.
Okay. So this is